Welcome to the channel. As that man at the beginning says, it's time for, yes, it's time for, and you're probably thinking, why, oh why, by the pubes of Christ, why would you play this game again? Manic Miner. But no, this is different. We're playing Manic Miner on a system that we've not played before. Let me explain. But before we do, we're a British channel, we're a small channel, we're looking to get to 1,000 of you brilliant subscribers, and then we will likely never ask again. So if you've been with us since day one or from the early days, thank you for your continued support. If you've joined us recently, thank you for joining, thank you for coming along. But if you're one of these new people that watch us that has not clicked on that subscribe button, then as Captain Picard would say, make it so. So let's talk about the new system. Well, firstly, I need to show you this. We're using a MiSTer FPGA to recreate an Oric system. I've never played this before. It's an 8-bit system. It was a system that was at least released in the UK around the ZX Spectrum Commodore 64 times, and it was a system that just never crossed my path, but I do remember it being in the magazines like Home Computer and stuff like that. But that aside, you know, this image that you see here is for the MiSTer FPGA that I downloaded from Arcade Punks. Now I've got to be honest, the image is not everything I was looking for, but I was looking for, you know, systems that I didn't have working, that it would have working, like Game & Watch and stuff like that. I've got a few of the games on there, but not all of them, and none of those worked. So I decided what I was going to do was work through the system and actually find systems where it had games available where I had none available for it, and Oric was one of the systems that I came across. So I thought, yeah, let's give it a go. So I copied all the games off that image onto my SD card that we had here, and we're going to be playing Manic Miner for the first time on the Oric system. Never played before. Let's see how it compares. So it's loaded in. Now this is obviously a hack copy because I know two things in life. One, software projects don't like pirates, and two, software projects are people that made this game. When they released Manic Miner on the ZX Spectrum, it had this little key card where it had like rows and columns where you had to type numbers in. So I suspect this is what it's got here. I don't speak French, but I can figure out it's saying press 3 then return or something like that. It doesn't matter, we'll work into it. But we're playing, as I say, on the MiSTer FPGA. The game is loaded in. This is the Oric system for the first time. Let's see how good Manic Miner really is. So here we are. Please enter code at location OQ. So you'd have a whole list of things, and I think it was saying press 3 then return, so I guess it wants us just to put 3s in here. Hit return. No. Okay. 1P, the location changes, so we'll just do 3 on its own and hit return. If this doesn't work, the game may reset, so fingers crossed. Boom, we're in. Alright, here we are, Manic Miner. Press return to start. It looks quite big compared to how I remember on the Spectrum one. Obviously different screen resolution and how they do the graphics. And Pirate Pro, what is this? This means it is a pirate copy that we've got here, clearly, as we've been able to bypass the protection. So let's get into the game. We control Miner Willie, and Miner Willie's job is to collect keys, and then he moves to the next cabin. So I'm expecting the central cabin when I hit return here, and I saw the word Spectrum 48K scroll along the bottom, and then complete that, and it will move on to different cabins. Let's see how it compares. Boom, we are in the room, or in the cabin. So here we are. So doesn't look as pretty as the Spectrum version, but as I say, I've not played the Oric before. This is the first time of doing this. Okay, so we literally have left, right and jump. Now, this game is all about timing and memory muscle. So this is one of the interesting things that, you know, I played this game so much, and probably so did a lot of other people. Oh, that was a big jump he did there. So did a lot of other people my age play this game a hell of a lot. You know, as we're on our deathbed, you know, on the gentleman's final days, you know, if it was the end of the world for me, but I still had functioning eyes and you know, functioning hands, it'd be, yeah, far up Manic Miner. I'll probably still be able to get through this level, no problem whatsoever. Memory muscle that you learn at a very early age stays with you. Alright, so the music started off quiet, and I've noticed it seems to be getting a bit louder. So obviously this is how this game has been designed. Spectrum version, it was constant all the way through, but no, it feels like the Spectrum version, but it feels ever so slightly slower. So jump in here, and my air goes down, and we move on to the cold room. Okay, and we do it all again. So we've got to collect the 5 ice lollies and not get killed by these penguins. I should be able to get reasonably far on this. We'll probably only play this literally one time through, you know, all of you, and unless I just wreck it. Good, I'm just listening to the music get a little bit more frantic. Does it get more frantic the higher up you get? You've definitely heard an increase in the volume, and that's not me doing that, that's the game doing it. So we're just going to leave it, we're not going to adjust things unless I go too potty with it. And there it goes. Interesting how that audio is a little bit, you know, different. But you know what? I think I was actually looking at the video output screen, playing it on the wrong screen that I've got here. So I've got a main screen that I have here that I do it, and the video editing screen that we see there. Although no real video editing is actually done, purely for the fact that, you know, I do these live in one take. But you know what? I am going to turn down that audio just a little bit. There we go, that's turned down. Alright, so this is the first part where I may lose lives, because this is always a bit of a dingleberry crusher in terms of trying to get through here. So you've got to jump this guy, and then you've got to jump and get that, and wait for him to turn around. Oh, and he got me. I got the timing a little bit wrong on there, and that's where things will go wrong for me if they're going to go wrong. But you know, we've lost one life. It doesn't matter so far, you know, because yeah, the rest of the rooms, until we get to Eugene's lair, and it's going to be interesting to see how they've done that, and not really too much of a problem. But part of the issue I had was on the last screen, I was chatting on the platform underneath, which ruined the timings just a little bit, because you know, I've spoken about memory muscle. Things seem a little bit more generous with the keys on here. Oh, the music's starting up very faintly in my ears. Seems a little bit more generous on the keys in terms of, you know, you don't have to, you can miss them by a pixel. You don't have to be exact on this version to get it. So you know, it doesn't seem, you know, as critical. Alright, so this will be an easy level to do. You know, it's absolutely, memory muscle is an incredible thing. It's absolutely insane how you just remember and you know how to go, and you know, you can just walk these platforms, do these platforms, and yeah, it's fine, it's absolutely fine. So you know, again, no trouble here, no trouble here. But those of you that have never played Manic Miner or something like this, you should be looking at the screen thinking, what in holy hell are all those screens doing there? Oh, I fell off the platform, I fell off, I made a mistake. Doesn't matter, I can fix that mistake. You can fall, you know, probably your height plus one more block, you know, 1.5 times your height. I think you can fall without dying. Alright, Eugene's lair, difficulty time now. So this guy in the middle, he's a bit of a pain in the neck. We've got falling platforms here, and we've got conveyor belts, but I've got to fall onto the conveyor belt and immediately hit right so I don't start running. When that black toilet heads back towards me, I can then start moving this way. Oh, and I got clipped by the thing. So we're going to try again. This is where it all, as I say, can go wrong. Alright. So let the toilet go all the way to the left, and then when he heads back we can start our journey. Oh. Okay, so I'm having trouble with something I'm usually absolutely fine with. 8068, let's have one more go on this. Let's have one more go. I actually thought I was going to get past that. I played Manic Miner Man, or Pac something like that. It was a conversion of Manic Miner done on Pac-Man hardware by a gentleman called Jim Bailey. You can have a look at the video. It is somewhere on this channel, and that was a bit of a challenge for me as well. And that was a bit of a challenge because although it looked exactly, oh damn it, although it looked exactly like Manic Miner, the screen sizes were different. You know, there was an extra, it was an extra width if I recall. So some of these platforms, like across the top, would have been maybe slightly longer than what you had, which is okay on this, although I did screw up that key a moment ago. It's okay on this, but it made the Menegri, which was screen 3 I think, or is it screen 2? No, it's got to be screen 3. It made that screen so hard to do. I'm sure that was the screen, and I really struggled on it. So I complained a little bit when we did the video, and you know, Jim Bailey, the guy that did this, was good enough to come onto the channel and leave a note in the comments and actually say, yeah, the screen sizes are a little bit different. So I wasn't going mad, but I've got a little bit of deja vu with the attic, but sorry, not the attic, with Eugene's Lair. The attic was a screen out of Jet Set Willy, which was a sequel to this. I don't believe I should have died where I died on that. You know, with the skills that I've got, I should be better than that. Although, of course, I shouldn't have died and lost a life here as well. But no, we've got to work our way through this. I can probably go and jump him and do a quick turn, but we're not going to do any unnecessary risks. So, the cauldron has got two ways we can do it. We can fall down that collapsing ladder on the right and get that ice lolly as we go, and then you know, just go to the right on the bottom, or we can grab the ice lolly, jump out the collapsing ladder, and then we can effectively jump all the way down the right hand side, and we should be okay if we do that as well, because we hit the exit box. So let me show you, fingers crossed I don't break a life. Yes. Alright, so as we hit that box, we fully land in the box. That's the end of level. Alright, yeah, so I think it was this particular screen on the Pac-Man hardware version of Manic Miner. As I say, we've got on this channel somewhere where I actually screwed up, because I'm sure that it was this platform here across the top that had a different length, and this is, say, the timers were just shot. They really, really were. Alright, so let's not lose any lives while we wait for these damn birds. The key collecting noise is doing my head in. It makes a slight noise. Now, that should be normal, but the noise it's making sounds very much like the arrow noise on Jet Set Willy. And because these games are very, very similar, it's like, oh, is an arrow going to shoot out? And, you know, that's again memory muscle, listening to things that are not actually going on the screen. So this is a pretty faithful conversion up until the screen where I died on the last playthrough. So nice jump here. Last time we played, this platform here we fell off, but we didn't fall off this time. And then nice big jump, grab that key, and in here, okay, is it Eugene's Lair next? Yes it is. Focus. So what happens is, if we can get past the hard bit, we still got a couple of hard bits to do, but this is the tricky bit. Always remember, you go right, drop down, and so you go left, drop down, and hold the right key down. And now we've got to navigate this. Yes. Oh, that was too close. I think this timing is a little bit different. You know, although this is hard, I generally can get through this. Right, focus, this is our last life. Our last Willy. Yes, did it. Alright, the nightmare isn't over yet though. So this is a hard jump to do. You jump. Ah, yep. And you basically then jump again and hold right, and it does it. But you don't collect the one that's underneath me at the moment. We've got to get the one on the right hand side, because something gloriously awful happens. And what happens is, when you collect the last object, Eugene, who's the guy in the middle, I guess, he's the main character for this particular screen, he will descend very quickly. So big jump there, you can only just make that jump. Jump up, jump left, boom. Alright, so what we got to do, we've got to land in that air bit there, but we can only do it when he's right at the top, like where he is now. So if I jump, he descends down. So no matter how far up he was, if you don't do it when he's at the top, he comes all the way down. Alright, okay, so processing plant. Okay, lots of Pac-Man. I spoke about Pac-Miner, Jetman, Manic, whatever it's bloody called, by Jim Bailey. You know, more Pac heads. Oh no, we got caught. We got caught on the processing plant. So that's it. That's game over. 9704. You know what? I'm pretty happy with that. First game I've ever played on the Oric as well. And you know what? Did I enjoy myself? Yeah, I enjoyed myself on this. You know, I think the Spectrum version will always be one of my favourites. But you know what? They did a pretty good conversion with this. If you know of any games on the Oric that you think you may want me to play, then leave a note, because you know what, I know nothing about this system. So, did I have fun? Yes, I did have fun. And, you know, if you want to reach out to me, we've got X. We've got the Gentleman Pixel at X, formerly Twitter. We've got Reddit that we've got here. And if you want to be on one of the intro videos that we do, like that gentleman you saw at the beginning, record yourself a video. You've got to say, welcome to the Gentleman's Pixel Club, something like that. And you know what? There's a very high chance we will use it randomly as we go throughout the videos that we do. We've got quite a few of these. We don't use them every day, all the time. We do use them once in a while. And if you want to see yourself appear on a YouTube video where, you know, you don't give your name or anything like that, you know what? Send it to introvideos@gentlemanspixelclub@gmail.com. Anyway, that's all I've got for you as England melts, as we're into hopefully the final day of the country melting tomorrow. Stay safe, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. I'm retro gaming and I'm feeling fine. Now like and subscribe if you would to the Gentleman's Pixel Club. Pixel Club, retro gaming is so much fun. Pixel Club, created just for gentlemen. The Gentleman's Pixel Club. The Gentleman's Pixel Club. Now like and subscribe if you